Hi everybody, it's Auretha, and I decided to do a little live video today because I just led a training for my private group on how to set intentions for 2021. So I'm going to just go over very briefly what I shared to my groups to help them to get aligned. So that's one of my big words this year is getting in alignment. So alignment means when your heart is aligned with your head, which is then aligned with your inspired actions. So what so many people do is they grab a goal from way out somewhere, and that goal may not be, it might be their something from their dad or their mom, or something that was put on them by somebody else, or maybe a business coach or a mentor. But if it doesn't match up with your heart's alignment, it's not going to work for you. And in fact, it's going to steal your energy and take you away from your goal. So I want to just talk, and I'm going to go through my notes because we just had an amazing small group, which was so connected, and I loved it. And we all helped each other to get inspired for our intentions for 2021. So if you just want to grab your, hopefully you have a business planner. This is Angella Johnson's amazing marketing planner. And I would highly recommend, if you, I'm going to put a link to that in this below. She has a few left. I'm not sure how many she has left, but she has her amazing artwork and questions that she poses every month to get you in alignment with the soul of your business. So like this question is, what is one thing I can do today to grow my business? So she maintains, and I absolutely love this, that your creative project or your business or whatever you're working on has its own energy, that it is living and alive. That's exactly what I teach on, is aliveness. So this is another one of her images. What energy can I be to receive beyond what I think is possible? So these juicy questions she has, and then she has you write or draw it out. So there's plenty of doodling. Anyway, then she has your planning for your month, your goals, your divine actions, your calendar. And then she has each week where you set intentions, and she has amazing questions like, what would it be like to, and then this week you fill in, like, what would it be like for me to get my new website finished? That would be really exciting. So that's the kind of stuff. So anyway, I'm going to include the amazing link to this amazing product in this video underneath the video. And Angella Johnson is somebody to watch with, she does intuitive marketing, and can't recommend her stuff highly enough. Absolutely love it. And it's all around those amazing intuitive questions. So I want to start today's live class about setting your intention for 2021 and beyond around my own working as a stylist. I've been a personal stylist and image coach since it's almost 17 years now, actually, this month. And so what I did is I started in people's closets, helping them to find their soul style, their own authentic style, because I'm a professional intuitive and seer. And I do all of my coaching and image and branding work around seeing the authentic you, the real you, the you that is inside, that really is the place where we can connect, is with real people who are being themselves. And as you can tell a lot about me by looking at my appearance and the bling. We did a lot of bling on our that was the goal of our New Year's, party, like, let's bling it out. But you can tell by looking behind me, I have a painting that I'm working on, and you can see, this is my favorite pillow. You can tell a lot about me, and my brand by looking at the artwork that I do, which it's vibrance. I love nature. I love natural. I love real, but I do love vibrant. Which doesn't mean that that's how I style you, because I intuitively style people around who they are and what their best expression of self is. That's how I'm different from any other stylist out there, is I'm not styling people around trends and what other people think is hot. It's really around who you are and how you best show up as your best self in your most attractive, according to your own colors and your body style and your lifestyle, and how you need to show up in the world. And one of my favorite things to teach people is every person has 15 different people that live in their closet. They might have soccer mom that lives in there, and slutty girlfriend lives in there, and business goddess and diva. And, we have all these parts of ourselves. And I have a painter persona who wants to be warm, and I wear sweatpants for that. And I have oil all over my clothes because I do different mediums and artwork. So we each have things that we need to wear to show up in our genius, right? We have to wear things to go do the different things that we do in our life. So I call those different things that we do in our life style personas. So I actually have a great story on this. So I was in a client's closet, and she had worked for a law firm when she had first started with her law career. And what I noticed in her closet as we were going through and cleaning out her closet and seeing what was in there and what was happening and evaluating and analyzing her closet, what we found was that there were 15 different pairs of the same pants. Now, the interesting thing is they were not in one space. They were all throughout her closet. I couldn't even believe it. And she's like, oh yeah, I never wear those. I hate those pants. And so when we dialed into it a little deeper to see why are these pants still here, what we found out was that those pants reminded her, the energy and the emotion of those pants reminded her of who she had to be to compete with all those other men. That's not going to make you feel like a goddess. It's not going to make her feel like a goddess. And in fact, those pants made her feel like crap. So those definitely went to the donation pile. But it was important that we acknowledge that part of her that we want to call her like male competition persona. And so I wanted to share that whenever I evaluate somebody's closet, there's different personas that show up. So in setting your intentions for 2021, part of what we do before I go into a client's life and help them design their soul style and find their perfect style that represents who they really are on the inside, what we have to do is we have to go through and clear out those older parts of ourselves that no longer are living. They're like ghosts. And those, sometimes ghosts are nice and sometimes ghosts are not nice. So sometimes things have positive energy. Everything's energy, right? So there are things in your closet that are going to be positive energy. There are things that are not going to be positive energy. We definitely want to let go of those. So in your goal setting, and we say that's like your closet, we need to pull out old goals and old ideas. They might belong to somebody else. They might belong to another time in your life. Maybe it was last year's business and you're like, ugh, that goal doesn't light me up anymore. Or that intention doesn't light me up anymore. So what we have to do is we have to release those things that no longer serve us. So the one thing I will tell you that I taught in today's class to start out with is we wanted to release those things from 2020 and the past that just don't feel good and they're just taking up space in that closet, okay? So we're gonna take a deep breath, actually 3 deep breaths. 3 deep breaths moves the energy of fear. What we're going to do, what I'm going to ask you to do now is to tune into things that you felt in 2020 that didn't feel good. And I want you to write those down. Things that you didn't like. How did you feel? And I'm going to share some of mine with you so you know what that is. So I felt disorganized. We had moved into a smaller place and I have all this stuff here that I'm like funneling through it. Some of it will go to storage. Some of it will get donated. Some of it will get sold. My soul style workshops. So that sense of clutter or disorder, or there's not room for everything. Okay. I also experienced a lack of movement. I pulled my hamstring again and again. And now it's the winter, and I'm like, how do I move safely now? How can I start exercising again now that I'm healed up? So there's kind of a lack of a plan going on there for me. So I need to sit down and like get clear about how my body feels safe moving forward and starting over again. I had some resentment to move. I won't go into that, but we'll just say with certain family members. That didn't feel good. So I asked everybody in the class to just create 4. So I just shared 4 with me. Now we're going to go a little deeper in looking at what is the energy that you felt behind that. Okay, we're going to go a little deeper. So what I came through is when I feel disorganized, what I'm really feeling is sadness and confusion. Like, I'm overwhelmed. I don't know what to do with all this stuff. Taking a deep breath, moving that energy out. So I'm just releasing that energy of sadness. So sadness is usually in your chest, in your throat, and in your eyes. So right now we're removing the energy of sadness and confusion that came from feeling disorganized. So I'm allowing that to go, and it feels heavy. I feel this heaviness in my head, and I'm releasing that now. There we go. Okay, now lack of a plan. Same thing. Sad, confused, scared, angry. Lots of different feelings. Those are the basic energies or emotions that I was feeling last year underneath. So now that we've gotten juicy down in there, I'm going to take you through what I have all my clients do, which is you're going to say and write down, if you'd like, I commit to feeling my feelings in a friendly way. So when we feel it, it moves through. I'm sure you've heard people say you feel it to heal it. So when you feel it, it's just like removing the dam in a river, like maybe the blocked trees that are blocking the river from flowing. So you're just saying, I commit to feel my feelings in a friendly way. Feeling that anger, feeling that sadness, feeling that exhaustion. Feeling sadness in a friendly way, feeling that, releasing that heavy feeling in your chest. So that's what we're doing to clear the energy that is backed up. And at any point, my man will probably show back up from the grocery store, but I wanted to jump on here while I was inspired. So I might be saying hi to him in a minute. Okay, so we noticed what we did not like from last year, because we want to clear that out of our closet. And then we want to go a little deeper, and we want to isolate what were the feelings behind what we didn't like last year. So now we know the feelings that we release to those feelings in a friendly way. 1, 2, 3. Easy, right? All right. So now I want you to write down your goals from the goals, the masculine way of creating, which means this is what I want to create this year. Okay. So put me on pause and do that. I took about 10 minutes to write down all the things that I'd like to create this year, my goals. Feel free to pause that. And then the second way that if you're having trouble creating from that masculine goal mental place, what I want you to go into is your feminine energy, your feeling energy. And I want you to say, what I don't want is this and this and this and this. Now, we don't want to keep you there because that can feel negative. But the feminine knows what she doesn't want. She doesn't want clutter. She doesn't want dirt. She doesn't want poverty. She wants to have it more than enough and feel luxurious. And so even from that feminine place of, well, I don't want disorder, right? So from that place, then I narrow it down to, I want order. I want clarity. So, what I came to from that is I want order, clarity, focus, organization, energy, See where I'm going with this? So I'm just going to take a deep breath and wait for a minute for you to pause me and go back and do those exercises however it feels good to you to isolate the feelings that you do want. Okay. So when you come back, now we're going to look at those goals or intentions. I intend to create ABC, 1, 2, 3, these things. I would say for me, you might want to find maybe about 6 things that you want to focus on. Okay. And how we want to focus on is, again, we want to go to that feeling place. So there's a certain feeling that I want to have in my body. You know, I want to feel flexible. I want to feel healthy. I want to feel energized. I want to feel strong. I want to feel sleek. I want to feel like my digestion works really well. So these are things that we can, how we want to feel. And then from that feeling place of how we want to feel, then we can create some action steps under there. And what we can call those is inspired actions. Or actually, hold up, don't say inspired, say aligned actions. So they're actions that are in alignment with our goal. Okay, so I want you to look at your goals and your intentions, and I want you to look at now if they feel like they're in alignment with more of your life purpose. So you may say, I have no idea what my life purpose is. Okay, that's totally cool. I'm somebody that is part of the coaching work that I do is I help people to find their life purpose. But where I start people out is with the book, The Big Leap by Dr. Gay Hendricks. And I've taught these courses. I'm all about this book. I have all my clients do this book first. And what this does is this begins to help you to see where what he calls your personal geniuses. And that's where we can have that full and balanced life. And the model that I teach from is by an author that I really connect with. And her name was Florence Scovel Shinn. And she wrote the book, The Game of Life and How to Play It. And she talks about there being 4 squares of life: health, wealth, love, and perfect self-expression. So where I really help people is in their perfect self-expression, because that is their life purpose. That is their genius purpose. You know, your purpose is your perfect self-expression is what are you on earth to express? And then that's your values, that's your why. And so I really love to help people to come into alignment with that purpose. And then I do the other experiences of bringing the image and the brand in alignment with the purpose as well, so that everything we're doing in our business and our life it's all going in alignment with our purpose of being here. So we have the most fulfillment, and typically we'll make the most money once we learn, like, oh, I do best in supporting myself through this mode of service or exchange or creation. Or, you know, maybe you love, I mean, we could talk about this for hours, so I'm not going to go there right now. But, you know, being in alignment with your life purpose, every single one of your goals and your intentions will, if it's inspired divinely within you, it will lead you toward your goals and your intentions in your life purpose. So they'll all match up, you know, your goals, your intentions, your life purpose. Now, to me, goals is more of a masculine word. It's not one I really love. I really prefer intentions, because to me, intentions is something that I bring every day. Like, oh, my intention is to get going in this direction and get going in this direction. And it's more, to me, intent, like goal is like this one, you know, it's just you can love the word goal. Awesome. If you don't love it, then I'm just sharing with you, I like the word intention better. because it allows me to show up every day for that. Ooh, it's my choice to have this intention. And it's kind of like the archer board with the circles. I like that. Like, intention means like, well, my intention is to get right in the middle of that board. But even if I get close, it's still better than never firing at all, you know? So it's a little less pressure and maybe a little more energizing for me as far as a word. Now, I'm a word geek. I'm a writer. I love words. So find your word. But overall, the work that I do with people is helping them to step into alignment. So we're holistic, we're body, soul, and spirit, where our image matches who we are inside, our brand matches who we are, and our expression. The social media channels we're using match who we are and how we do life best. If you're an introvert, you're probably not going to want to show your face on YouTube. I don't know, but I'm an extrovert and here I am, bling, bling, you know? So this is better for me than Twitter. Not interested in Twitter, okay? So checking into those goals and intentions, are they in alignment with your life purpose? Are they in alignment with what, let's try this, with what feels good right now? That might be a little bit easier to connect with what feels good right now. Which brings me to, so the next exercise is creating your action steps, which is where we want to engage our planner and go ahead and write in the front of your planner, you know, what do I want to create this year? You know, what are my big goals? And then, or you can do this in a notebook, but I like to be able to look at it every day in a planner. Here are my big goals for this year. And then we break it down into months, and then we break it down into weeks, and then we break it down into our daily plan of action. So here's what I like to write. I love the term inspired actions. When we get up in the morning and we, you know, what am I feeling inspired to do? If we look at our planner and we go, okay, I know that this month my goal is to finish my website and to create a content map of what I want to be sharing with people. Then when we look at those goals and we get up in the morning, we're like, okay, I need to work on my business, you know, or whatever, my fitness or whatever I'm working on. My art, my book. Okay, what do I feel? So we want to go inside to that emotional place inside of our heart again, instead of our brain, because the brain was kind of like okay, here's the general stuff that I'm working on. I'm working on my art. I'm working on my website. I'm working on my brand, whatever. Those two or three things you're working on. Taking your deep breath, grounding down into your body, and then saying, what would feel fun for me to do today towards my intentions, towards my goal? What would feel inspired? What do I feel excited about? And maybe at that moment, you just need to go get on your bike and move your energy and go connect with nature. Maybe you need to go out to lunch with a friend and you know, light you up, like, ooh. And when you follow those inspired actions, what happens is that you have energy, you release pent up energy in yourself to go do something else, to go really create energy in your life, and you create aliveness, which is a lot about what I talk about, which is releasing, engaging with, and releasing that aliveness energy within you that will propel you towards your purpose. And will keep you lit up and excited and joyful. Hello. I am doing joy in 2021. Now, I did joy in 2020, but I'm going to access more of it by allowing my creativity to flow more, by allowing my body to move more. When those hamstring injuries didn't make me feel like I could just jump on a bike. I kept re-injuring myself. So I get to create safety in my body this year around moving my energy. Okay, so we created all this stuff from a place of alignment. If you've taken the time to go back, get in your notebook, and then when you do get those aligned actions, action steps down in your weekly planner, in your weekly section, then what you can do every day is look at them and then go into your body and ask, what feels joyful for me to do today? what feels inspired for me to do today? And then you'll know, oh, today I'm going to clean up my studio, or today I'm going to go create groceries and create my amazing list of inspired meals for this week. So the wisdom is within you. Okay. It's not outside of you. Yes, you can go outside of you for resources or inspiration or whatever. But the main thing is to know that what is best for you is residing right here in your heart. And if you need some help with that, I'm happy to be your guide. You can reach out and connect with me at auretha@gmail.com, AURETHA at Gmail. You can find me on Facebook, YouTube, blah, blah, blah. But I'm here to empower people around finding their authentic purpose and expressing it. Okay, so happy 2021, and thank you so much for joining me here. And if you like this video, please like and share and subscribe. Have a great rest of the day. Please do these exercises, and please comment below on what you figured out that you want to create this year. Love you guys. Bye.